He's smelling buckles over there. Look at that.
He's getting all excited. All right. We're going off script a little bit too. We had a few episodes that are not Star Wars related.
Not Star Wars related, and I love Tron.
Yeah,
if there's been a theme of the CCNR show,
Tron is always the underlier.
Tron, NECA, and some Star Wars stuff. So we got a
Diamond Select.
Diamond Select. So here we are again with the CCNR mini-sode, and we're going to do Tron today. And what's bizarre when I think about this is that with the Tron stuff that we have, there's really 4 figures.
It's one version
regurgitated 30 times.
100%.
All right, so
yeah.
So what we wanted to show you here, before we get to the main event,
let's show the evolution.
The evolution. So what you're looking at here are the original 3.
Yeah, I didn't grab the Warrior. He's back over there.
He's back. Okay,
because I didn't think we were gonna be doing
that. There's 4 original figures and 2 light cycles. So
correct.
It's a yellow and red light cycle. Okay, and if you want, you can go watch some vintage CCNR show on the first season
with legacy stuff.
Yeah, we did some legacy Tron stuff. We were popping joints.
We were. So these always were cool as a kid because of the colors and the see-throughness of them.
Right.
They were just unique.
It was unique, But it was short-lived. It was like gone.
It was
Tommy.
And that's Tommy made them. And that's because the reason why it was short-lived is because the movie was a flop.
Right.
I mean, the movie was a failure.
Right.
But then became a cult classic.
Yeah.
And then obviously 2010, 11 came when Legacy came out, which was a fun movie.
Yeah.
So in 2001, Disney did a
20th
anniversary. There was a 2-disc DVD set, which I still have.
Yeah.
Which had a lot of cool features for Tron.
Yeah.
And that kind of reignited some of the fans.
Right.
And they did another small line.
Right.
Of cards.
Right.
And they did, for some reason they broke them up the way they did it, but they did a 20th anniversary card.
And these are NECA.
Those are NECA.
And I'll be honest with you. This is like the retro collection for Star Wars.
Yes.
Like it's hard.
Spot on.
I mean, I would almost argue that these are even better than the retro collection because I mean, it's hard to tell.
This is spot on.
If you were looking at one of these out of the package, the only way you can tell is
the date.
Yeah, in the neck on the leg.
Yeah. Where the date would be.
Yeah, it
would say NECA instead of Tommy.
NECA. It says NECA. And they came out with 2 card backs.
They came out with this one, and then they came out with the vintage card back.
Yes.
This is the true vintage card back from the 80s.
Now,
even the picture on the back.
Picture.
See the blurry-ass photo and everything?
Yeah, I mean, yes.
That's true vintage collection. I mean, that is a true vintage card.
And I remember as a kid, one of the cool things about these was that the discs, they glow.
They glow in the dark. The staff, everything glue in the dark.
Everything glue in the dark.
So that was an original one that came out in 2001. So I bought all 4, and I actually have a carded light cycle as well.
Mm-hmm.
And like I said, it's just the nostalgia factor.
Right.
It just keeps you sucked in, right?
Yeah.
So fast forward, Legacy comes out. We get all the Legacy cool figures. They light up and they talk and all that cool stuff, right?
Yeah.
And then fast forward to about 2 years ago?
Yeah, about 2 years ago.
And they announced they were doing
Diamond Select.
Diamond Select
was doing the Kingdom Hearts.
Kingdom Hearts started. I actually have one of those.
Yeah.
I should have got it. But
Kingdom Hearts.
They did the one where it came with the Disney figure and the Tron, and that was very short lived because we're like, man, that is like definitive Tron.
Yeah, like that at that point, that was like if you wanted
a 6-inch plus version.
Right. If you wanted Tron, that's what you're getting.
Right.
And no one wanted the Disney figure.
No, you'd buy it and throw the other one out and keep just the actual Tron figure.
And it was a cool figure.
It was just Tron and Sark though.
Yeah, it was Tron and Sark. That was it. That was it. And those were different molded figures.
Right.
Okay.
Correct.
Right.
And then fast forward to like
maybe
8 months later.
Yeah, I mean it was literally not that much.
So Fan Channels announced Entertainment Earth that there were going to be an exclusive Tron set. That was going to be the 3 figures, right?
Yeah, and you're going to those.
Well, no. That's what they originally announced. And then I needed some like Metamucil. And I went into a Walgreens. And I called you and I said...
that's when you were getting that his and hers.
Whatever.
Yeah.
And I called you and I said, brah, there are freaking Tron figures at Walgreens. And we found out that way that these were Walgreens exclusive figures.
This was like 9 o'clock
and I called you and said, brah, I got all 3 of them.
And I literally got up and I went to like 3 Walmart.
And you found them.
And Walgreens, and I found them.
Right. So it was Tron, it was Blue Flynn right there. And Sark, okay, these were the 3.
Yeah, I get this one.
These were the 3 that came out. They were in a cool little, carded box.
And it came with a display stand.
It came with a display stand, and it came with the discs, okay?
Which, just to keep in mind, the original Diamond Selects discs
did not come off.
were molded to their backs.
Right. The discs from the Kingdom Hearts ones were molded to their back.
Made literally no sense.
Right. So these came out and we snatched them up because these were like super articulate,
right,
impressive figures.
Like
except they couldn't hold their discs.
Right. Yeah. I don't know how that got through QA, but they were like, here, we're going to make their discs finally detachable,
right,
and you can't even hold them. But this was like Tron.
Yeah, and we were like, wow, like these, I didn't even know there was going to be a Walgreens exclusive.
Right.
So we're like, wow, okay, cool. So we bought these up, and then a few months later in the mail, we got these.
Right. So then they literally like, okay, we're going to make this, we're going to take a play out of the Hasbro book,
yep,
and we're going to repack these figures. We're going to give you some hands, and we're going to give
action
you
shots.
Action shots. Now, this wasn't the original way we're going to do it. Remember, it's supposed to be a 3-pack
with a build a
recognizer, right? And for some reason, the recognizer fell through,
disappeared,
and then they individually packaged these.
This was the package that the Kingdom Hearts was in. Same package.
Yeah, similar. Yeah, and what's funny about this is same exact figures. They give you more hands because they're like, oh yeah, we screwed up on the hands. Mm-hmm. Literally, these hands can't hold it.
Still can't hold it.
Still can't handle this at all.
Still can't hold it.
But these figures.
But they changed it. Remember, they changed that figure up.
Yeah. So here, the only difference is they did an Infiltrator Flynn. So they didn't want you to think you were getting ripped off too bad. And what's funny is that they call him Infiltrator Flynn, which is technically correct. But why they didn't call him Clue, I don't know. Because this is Clue. This is the original Clue from the original movie. And then you get Tron. And these, again, amazing figures. These you can't get anymore either.
No.
And here's the back so you can kind of see the back.
Here's the original. That's the Kingdom Hearts.
Yeah, so this is the Kingdom Hearts. The key difference here is going to be the Kingdom Hearts ones are actually a little smaller. And they have less articulation. They do have a lot of articulation, but they have less. And the disc on his back is basically fused. You can't get it off.
Right. So those came out, and we're like, all right, cool.
Yeah, this is it. We're done with Tron. We got what we want. It would be awesome if we got, a Yuri or, a Warrior or even a light cycle. Like a 6-inch light cycle would have been awesome.
Would have been awesome. Okay. So these came out, a couple years ago, right?
Yeah.
So then fast forward to Comic-Con, I don't know, was it 20?
Yeah.
Or was it 19?
It was 20 because I got it at Christmas time.
And then they came out with the VHS Tron box set. So this one is not opened. But it came with this figure. I bought 2 of them. It came with this figure. And now this is the original color version that was on the poster and the original cover.
Right.
It was this like reddish, weird, like microchipped looking Tron. It's the Tron mold.
Right.
So it's this VHS. It's got a little sealed 1 of 3,000 sticker on it. And then there's the back. And then when you open it, it looks like a VHS inside.
And this is a straight repack now.
Right. So this is yet another repack.
This is now the 3rd Tron.
Right.
And it's the only thing different is that he's got red on him.
It's the microchip version.
It's the microchip version.
Right. So they did that.
Okay.
And which is cool.
Right. And this stand, all the accessories are exact. You actually get less accessories, but it's the same accessories, just less of them.
It's another page of the Hasbro. You're buying it for the bless America. You're buying it for the box.
Right. You're buying that for the box.
So then this came and went. It wasn't super hard to find.
At one point, they were on sale on Amazon.
You could actually get them cheaper than, which is kind of weird. Like,
yeah, it was weird because they were like, it was like $20. It was something crazy.
Yeah, I ended up getting 2 of them, and I opened one. So
mine came destroyed, by the way. It came in a manila envelope. So then, fast forward a little bit, and there's this giant arcade.
It's the original arcade.
Yes, with like buttons on it.
It has lights.
It's lights.
And it has the entire that same set battling it out inside of where the screen would be.
Right.
And that was supposed to come out earlier this year.
Didn't happen.
It's now September 21. Still not out.
Still not out.
Mine's back ordered.
And now keep in mind, this is going to be the 3rd iteration of the same figures.
Yes.
Okay, so they can't get that out for some reason. You can't get the lights to work, the LED lights to work.
Is that the problem?
That's probably the packaging problem because it's something new.
I can't wait for that one to come and to see how destroyed that box is going to be.
It's going to be obliterated. So in the meantime, they were like, what version of these figures have we not done yet?
fast forward to Comic-Con this year.
This year,
And this beast pops up on the announcement on Diamond Select.
Diamond
and
Select.
I saw them and I was like, wow, those are pretty freaking badass because
Right.
it's the original Trons now fully
they
articulated.
were like, we've made these figures now 3+ times. What else can we do with these molds?
And originally I thought these were going to be 375 figures
Which would have been
on the card backs molded, and I would have
Right.
been like, wow, that is awesome. But
Right.
after further reading, then they're like, nope, 6-inch. And we started looking at it. We're like, wait a second. These are the same molds this is the fourth iteration,
right.
same exact figures. These
Yeah.
are just now the original molds,
Right.
and they're on the original card backs.
Right, because we were like 3 3/4 Tron. That would be like
Fully
the-
articulated.
Right, would have been like, and we were wait a second, they're just gonna repack
Mhm.
the same thing again. Now this is probably the ultimate version. Like if I wanted Tron figures one time,
This is what you'd want
I'd want this, and I'd be okay
with
buying,
one iteration.
right, with like the normal Tron,
Right.
like Tron,
Right.
like true to the movie Tron figures.
Right.
But here we are. There's only 3,000 of these, and every one of them that I've seen has been boot stomped
So
or destroyed.
they're individually carded inside with this card back.
Yes.
Okay. And they come in this like ultra box, which is like super flimsy. And there's the back, and it shows that's the original Tron poster.
And they are numbered.
They're numbered. They're with that seal. They like to put that little sticker on it
Right.
that shows what it is. Now this box, the only issue I had was this is a little compressed right here, but nothing horrible.
No, yours is actually.
I mean, the
really
front of the
good shape.
box displays well. The back of the box displays well. So I have no real big complaints. It is the best that I could have hoped for. Yours came
It's destroyed. Of course.
Now, do you still have yours?
I still have mine.
Because they won't take it back because there's none left.
There's none left.
This sold. So I forgot about this. Remember?
Mm-hmm.
It dropped on a specific date. By the time I got home from work, I was like, holy crap. Every site was sold out except Dorkside.
Mm-hmm.
And I literally text you, I'm like, get on Dorkside right now. They're still up. And I think later that night they were gone.
They were gone.
All the fan channels, they were gone.
Yeah.
So we got lucky
We did get lucky.
because they were gone. But yet, I mean, so now at this point, what we're waiting on is for the 4th iteration arcade, which now we're just buying it for essentially the arcade.
Yeah, the arcade and the nostalgia. I love Tron.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how much, I don't know how many times they can make these figures.
Well, that's the problem now. Now we're just buying the same. I mean, essentially now you can't make another iteration. You've done now the vintage.
Right.
You've done the retro look on the 6-inch line.
Right.
We've got 3 other variants now of the 6-inch line.
Right.
What else could you possibly
And
do?
they're all the same.
What else could you do?
I don't know. Now, if they came out with something like this on a 3 3/4,
And fully articulated. Forget about it.
I'd be opening those up.
Yeah.
I'd be
So-
buying 2 packs of those. But we wanted to show you this because this
Mhm.
just came out,
Yep.
and it's for us. Tron is our
Tron is
a love for us.
it is a love for us.
And these are awesome figures. I mean, these are going for a little over 100 on eBay. They're not ridiculous.
yeah. Tron is hit or miss with
Right.
their values.
Right. And it's a cool set. I would
It
like
is.
to see. We're gonna have to watch some reviews of someone opening.
Yeah,
this
I'd like
up,
to see. I'd like to
see
see.
what they look like.
So yeah, so there's your Tron episode of the month.
There it is. So that's a lot of history to get to this crown jewel at the end.
And then I guess we'll do another episode when we get the 4th iteration, and hopefully that one won't be destroyed because that
Yeah.
one is really cool looking. The packaging. That's gonna be a massive box.
And that's sold out.
it was gonzo.
It's gone.
I'm nervous that it's not gonna ever ship.
Yeah.
So we'll see. Yeah.
All right, fans. Until next time.
End of line.